with Dazzle's ultimate, it gives you about 8 billion minus armor as the team fight goes on. Let's talk about who's playing what. Jay's going to be on that Dazzle. Mei is going to be on the Slaughter. We have Jules on the Windrunner. Are going to be on the Vengeful Spirit. And we have Woots on the Chen. On the other side here, we have Anti-Mage being played by Gordon. Grizin on the Shadow Shaman, or Rasa. Baja is going to be, or Baja is going to be on the Venomancer. Vija, is that the way to pronounce him? On Tidehunter, and Mitch going to be on the Mirana. Both teams roaming around the map, trying to get some early aggressive wards, early aggressive positioning on the other sides of the map. Tidehunter having the Sentry Ward, which will prove to be important if we see both teams warding the other camp, which is exactly what we see. Tidehunter is going to lob one down over here, and Vengeful Spirit on the other side, carrying a pair of Observer Wards as well, would most likely be dropping it. His teammates already pinging him and asking him to do so. Magic Bush Ward going to block off this one, and that is, yep, double block, and you can see the entire jungle's camp is going to be blocked off, and that is going to slow down Chen's farm if he decides to do defensive jungle, which might not be the case here. Chen is well, he's going to go into jungle and he's going to be like, yo, what's up, what's with this jungle, there's no creeps. He has a pair of Observer Wards as well, or did Vengeful Spirit hand it to him? No, yeah, Vengeful Spirit handed to him, and you can see that early aggressive ward being dropped down. Normally, this is going to do a lot in terms of preventing the trialing from doing too much, but again, Tidehunter having that pair of Sentry Ward, he came prepared. He's going to counter that one and stack, and no big deal. It looks like we're going to see some type of dueling mid Anti-Mage plus Venomancer in the mid lane. That's not what I expected at all. We see Dazzle, of course, by himself, which, by the way, very potent solo mid because of how his shadow heal work. The more unit is getting healed, the more damage it does. So against a melee farmer such as Anti-Mage, he could potentially do a lot of damage. And Jay, I'm sure, one of the better Dazzle player there is, so doing fine. And in terms of laning on the other side of the map, we see Fnatic putting their Rasta on the top against a Windrunner. That's going to be pretty much a wash. Of course, Windrunner will have pretty good time farming, given the fact that she has a very, very spammable AoE spell, and that will do a lot of damage in terms of pushing the wave as well. But on the other side, same thing with the Shadow Shaman. Either shock, not too bad in terms of farming. I mean, on the bot here, Mitch going to be on solo on this Mirana against a Slaughter who's also slowing. And that might be like, oh man, solo melee against solo range, wouldn't Mitch have that advantage? But you guys are forgetting Mineski love to do bottle crawling. I've definitely seen Slaughter solo, even in mid position, and have, usually have a little tough time in the beginning. But after a while, after he got the bottle crawling going on, he's going to be absolutely fine. Basically, he's going to even use Slithering Crush to even grab creeps, to harass a little bit, and maybe even outpush you and push towards your tower. So don't underestimate the power of bottle crawl, which I'm sure we're going to see happening sooner or later here from the Mineski team. So we have a very, very extended pause, and offensive jungling is happening from the Chen, and I do believe Tidehunter knows this from the ping of the minimap, as we see Matt connects and disconnects coming up here. A little bit early game farm check, nothing really to talk about here. Anti-Mage got 2 of the 4 initial creeps. Alright, great stuff, great stuff. Any interesting items? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Yep. A lot of tangos, a lot of salve, and looks like we are ready to go back in the game. Tidehunter's gonna swing around to see a Chen jungling, but really Tidehunter can't do too much because the Chen is gonna actually do a lot of damage. Where's the stomp? No stomp just yet here. And Gale's gonna come around. Woods is gonna be a little bit trouble. Nice micro Chen. Missing the stomp, never mind. And Woods might go down to the first blood. We do have Gush coming off cooldowns, waiting for the mana to do so. And yeah, Woods in the offensive jungle being picked off, and that's not the way you want to open the game here. As we see Anti-Mage pick up the first blood, he's gonna pick up a quick ring of health, and gonna have an absolute easy time in terms of staying in the lane after that. A little bit unfortunate play for Woots, but nothing they're too worried about here. Vengeful Spirit trying to get off a pull. It's going to have one stack here ready to go. But after this one's gone, of course, this ward will be blocking anything from spawning at that point on. Mitch going to be doing a little bit of harassing, a little bit of denying, actually faring fairly decently against Jay. He is ahead in terms of EXP. No, actually a little bit behind, of course. Vengeful Spirit doing a fairly good job scaring her out of lane. But now under the tower, she's going to slowly get some EXP back. And she's going to catch up. We're on the top lane here. Woodrunner being played by Jewel against the Grizzins Rasa. Fairly even lane as expected. Yeah, just completely even. Both of these guys will be going for EXP. Being on mid lane here, a Gale and a couple of mana break after a blink did pick off Dazzle. That's a little bit unsurprising. Sorry for missing that. I wasn't even checking. I wasn't even thinking that first blink or a kill could happen here. But apparently it did. Dazzle maybe a little bit out of position and got picked off. Of course, he is going for Grave and the Poison Touch. No, Shadow Heal and Poison Touch. No Grave just yet. Maybe a mistake. Grave generally very good in terms of saving yourself, especially if you have the mana to support it. But against the anti-mage, you might not have the mana to support it. So reasonable, the fact that he skipped Grave, but a little bit eyebrow raising. Now here, Chen have to be forced to go back to his own jungle. He does have 2 camp to work with, but after he walks up here, he's going to find out the sad truth is that his entire jungle is going to be warded off. So really good play by Fnatic, opening, force the Chen into the enemy jungle here, because this jungle is completely warded off. Got a kill on him. And now means that he has nowhere to actually do anything, and that's really going to hurt the Chen. Mitch might be in a little bit of trouble. So we see Vengeful Spirit being very aggressive. And looks like the creep is pushing on the enemy side. Let's see if they're going to go for a kill. They definitely can, as we see here. Illusion being picked up on the Woodrunner. A lot of harass going on in the mid lane here. Venomancer finally goes down. Poison, or a couple of physical hits here. And they're going to get the job done. Fnatic on the anti-mage, he should be absolutely fine. Even though his support has died. Ring of Health is going to do the job in terms of making him stay in lane. Illusions from Jules doing a lot of harassing. Also pushing a lane a little bit here. Jay, 100 gold in the bank. I wonder if you have spot something. It's going to be a bottle. Yes, indeed. Battle crawling already online. 3 minutes 40 seconds in the game. Do we have another chicken, another courier being used? That is the question. Of course, this flying donkey will be just hugging that Dazzle until he